Although Esther went through the same process as other women in the palace of the king while they're trying to make another queen, but she was ordained and chose above them all. So you might find yourself in the midst of people that you have the same calling, but you must understand that there is a uniqueness to your calling. There must be a pouring of oil on that calling for it to make you stand out. Hi everyone, welcome back another time on Toby Talks with your favorite girl, Toby Light. Okay, welcome on another episode on ordination, and then today we will be looking at it from the dimension of Esther. You and I know how Esther had no parents and needed to be raised by her uncle Mordecai, and then eventually he placed her in the path to her ordination. So there are most times that you might not understand what your ordination is, but while growing up or while coming up, you found yourself in a particular line, in a particular place. You might find yourself in the choir, you might find yourself trying to want to support the work of God with your finance. You might try to see yourself wanting to help people, and then you have been working through that part. Now, walking through that part and then having passion for it because you find out that you do not like the way people are being treated or the way people go through situations. Because wherever your passion is, wherever your your calling is, it comes with pain. There is pain. There is this pain you find in that part. You just find out that you are not comfortable when you see people roaming about the street not having what to do. That might be your calling, to help people. You might discover that whenever they are talking about finance in the church, you just notice that you are not comfortable. You feel like if you have the whole money, you just want to give out, or even the little you have in your account, you want to empty it for the works of God. Then you could be a kingdom financier. So now, in working in that part, you now need there is a need for an ordination. There is a need for calling out from that part, so that there will be a stand, there will be a unique standout from others, and that is where your ordination come. So it's just like there are pastors who have been called into ministry, and then at some point you hear that this person has been called to now become a prophet. So there is a calling out from your calling. So I said, no matter how you find yourself in the midst of people that you have the same calling, don't be too comfortable, because you might need to step up. You might need to go back to Adulam, so that there will be a pouring of oil on your head for your ordination to speak out. I see today when we talk about we're still talking about the pathway to lifting, and I say, so just like Esther, for 12 months after her uncle had discovered her ordination, he set her on the paths that could help her lifting. And I said, and she needed to go through the process that will make her qualify for lifting. So lifting does not just happen in God's kingdom if we are not willing to go through the path, if we are not willing to go through the process. And most of us, that is what we are running for. We don't want to go to that deepest part. We don't want to seek God. We don't want to stay in Adolam. So there is always a need for us to go through stages in life, and most times when most of us go through Adolam is the part where we find out that we are not hearing from God. God does not want to speak. It seems like the path is not clear. You are wondering if what you are doing is your ordination. But it could be, is it can even be that that is your ordination, but there is a need for staying. There is a need for consistency. There is a need for trusting. There is a need for hoping that God, I will be here till when I have come to the understanding, or till when I have come to into the fullness of my ordination. So there was a reason that why Esther did not just suddenly become the queen all of a sudden. So I said, after coming out of the process, you found favor and grace in the sight of the king, and that is all that is needed. Once you are able to get to the heart of the king, working in your ordination will be easy. Will be made easy without the noises. The noise does not really matter to you again. You are no longer bothered about what people are saying, whether they believe you or not. You are just focused on it because you now have gotten the heart of the king. I say working in ordination will be made easy. Yes, just like I said. And I say, so you must ask yourself, what am I doing right? So I said, you must ask yourself what you are doing right now. Who has called you? Did God call you, or you have called yourself? You must ask yourself that question and then stay in Adulam. That's just where there is full revelation of what your calling or what your ordination is. I pray the Lord will bless us. Until next week, I'm still your favorite girl, To Be Light. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye.